Hey, Grove Street Romantics, Dancing Club Naturals, and Lowrider Weekend Warriors, APKAFE with a hot tech latte. Let me guess, you open GTA San Andreas, you're cruising past the 10 green bottles, and you keep hearing that getting a girlfriend unlocks perks, outfits, and even a critical key card later in the story. But every time you try, you show up at the wrong hour, you're wearing the wrong fit, and suddenly, the night ends with CJ standing alone next to a sad plate of chicken. I've been there. The dating system in San Andreas is this sneaky little life sim inside the chaos. There's timing, mood, style, sex appeal, the car you roll up in, even whether you choose to dance or drive on a given evening. If you treat it like a checklist, it fights you. If you treat it like a vibe, it gives you everything. Tonight, we're ditching the grind mentality. I'll walk you through a beginner-friendly flow that starts with the first girlfriend you can unlock just by following the story, then folds in outfit and car prep that raises your success rate without turning your save file into a gym spreadsheet. We'll talk about how to read what a date wants in the first 10 seconds, how to avoid the not hungry brick wall, how to pick a song at the club that forgives your timing, and how to grow the relationship bar without explosion-level drama. If you're brand new, you'll feel confident by the end of this video. If you're a veteran, you'll pick up a smoother rhythm and maybe a new reason to hit the dance floor.
Dating in San Andreas is simple once you understand the invisible rules. Think of 3 dials you control before every date. First dial is CJ's presentation. A basic haircut and a fresh outfit do more than look nice. They push your sex appeal stat, which sets how forgiving the date will be if you miss a beat. A little hustle helps too, but you don't have to live at the gym. We're playing a story, not a squat simulator. The second dial is the car. The game quietly assigns class to vehicles, and the difference between pulling up in a beat-it-us sedan and gliding in a clean sports coupe is like the difference between flip-flops and a tux. Wash the car at a pay-and-spray, repair obvious damage, and you'll watch the date difficulty melt a notch.
Early in the Los Santos arc, the game will introduce you to a girlfriend who lives right in your path. If you play the main mission steadily, you'll meet her without any treasure hunt nonsense. She's perfect for learning the rhythm. She doesn't demand a supercar. She cares more that you actually show up and listen. If your first 2 dates feel fumbled, wrong activity, awkward timing, don't sweat it. Use those as scouting runs. Notice when the prompt shifts from go for a meal to go dancing or take a drive. That sentence is the forecast. If she says she isn't hungry, don't force a restaurant. Pivot to a drive circle or a club. When she says she wants some action on the streets, don't treat that like a red flag. It just means she's cool with a chaotic cruise. Keep it safe, keep it lively, and get her home in one piece. You'll watch the progress bar fill faster than if you kept ramming into a dinner she didn't ask for. And here's a tiny confidence move. Save right before you pick her up. If the night spirals, wrong song at the club, wrong corner at the wrong time, you can reload and run the same plan with a small tweak. That's not cheating the relationship. That's learning the map.
Cars are a language in San Andreas. Pulling up in something stylish and intact does more than deliver you to the door. It tells the game you respected the evening. If your garage is empty, don't panic. The map is generous with mid-tier coupes that do the job. What matters most is the condition. If the hood is smoking and the bumper is waving goodbye, a pay-and-spray reset is worth the cash. A lowrider on the right night is romantic. A lowrider dragging sparks past 2 cops is a red flag. If you already own a few favorites, keep one date car clean at all times. Think of it as your black suit on 4 wheels. It doesn't have to be the fastest thing in Los Santos. It has to stop, turn, and not complain when a curb sneaks up. The smoother you're driving, the more forgiving a date becomes if you take a wrong turn or miss a dance cue.
The best players read a date the way a DJ reads a room. The first prompt you see after pickup is the opener. If she says she'd love to eat, then it's a meal night, and your only job is to get to the kitchen fast. No sightseeing detours, hunger drops with time. If she says she wants a drive, don't sabotage yourself by aiming for a restaurant anyway. Play the cruise. Keep the route busy but not suicidal, avoid heavy police blocks, and add a little showmanship with safe lane changes and one clean drift in an empty lot. If she lights up at the idea of dancing, head to a club you actually like because your rhythm is better when the track is yours. Pick a song that isn't too fast and tap the prompts like you're nodding to the beat, not like you're defusing a bomb. Mistake the kills nights, trying to do all three. You're not checking boxes, you're curating a mood. Choose the activity she asked for, do it well, and get her home with that satisfaction glow.
As you roam beyond Los Santos, you'll meet more women who can become girlfriends. And the quiet genius of the system is that each nudges you toward a different player skill. One is basically a masterclass in enjoying chaos without flipping the car. Another is a lesson in club timing. Another rewards classy driving and the patience to wait outside her window at the right hour. Another connects directly to a Heist critical key card that makes a huge story mission smoother. You don't have to collect them all in one sprint. The game's happier when you let the map introduce them, then decide who fits your CJ. The perk structure is the cherry. Build trust with the right partner, and you'll keep weapons after a bad night. Dodge penalties after the wrong cop sees you. Unlock outfits that change how you feel in cutscenes. Or, when the time comes, stroll into a casino with a key card that saves you from a messy plan B. If you only remember one thing here, remember this. Dating isn't a side quest bolted on with duct tape. It's a soft tutorial for confidence, car control, rhythm, and planning.
Everyone hits the wall at some point. You arrive at a restaurant and she suddenly says she isn't hungry. That isn't a failure, that's information. The fix is to pivot to the thing that matches her energy. Short drive if she's restless. Dance if she feels social. If the club rejects you for the night, don't force it. Go somewhere closer or reload from your pre-pickup save and slide the timing earlier by an hour. If you accidentally blow a date, bad crash, police panic, you name it, don't chase her down the sidewalk spamming the horn like a movie villain. Give the evening back to the game. Save, reset the fit, fix the car, and bring a flower next time. The confidence to start clean is the difference between a grindy file and a romantic one. And if you're deep in a relationship and a jealousy moment pops off, don't turn it into a street opera. Wrap your current task, make time for the next in-game day, and rebuild the green bar with an activity she actually likes instead of a generic burger run.
There's a moment later in the story where romance and money hold hands. If you're the kind of player who plans 3 missions, you can schedule dates so that a certain partner trusts you right when you need her most. That trust saves headaches during a very loud night at a very fancy building. You don't need spreadsheets to get there. Just notice when the story is guiding you toward her neighborhood, start doing the exact activities she prefers, and keep a date fit hanging in the closet so you can flip from mission close to romance mode without running circles around the block. The reason this matters is simple. Nothing feels cooler than walking into a high-stakes job with the right access because you earned it in quieter hours. It makes CJ feel like a legend instead of a lucky driver. You can absolutely master dating without a single cheat. But maybe you're replaying the game and just want to explore safely at night while you learn a girlfriend's routine. In that case, here are 2 optional helpers you can toggle for scouting runs. Turn off the wanted level so the police don't yank you out of the vibe, and top up health and armor in case a random pileup ruins your outfit. On PC, those are AEZAKMI for Never Wanted and HESOIAM for a full heal, armor, and a small cash boost. Again, save before you type anything, then go do your route recon, then reload your clean save and run the same plan legit. If you have a late-night pickup in a steep neighborhood and you want to see the road layout from above just once, the classic jetpack toggle Rocket Man is a harmless way to memorize the streets, as long as you don't complete relationship progress with cheats active. Treat these like training wheels, not the bike. One last reminder, some modern versions remap or disable certain legacy inputs. If your edition doesn't recognize a code, don't force it. The core dating loop works beautifully without any of this. Let's stitch everything together. You're thinking about a date tonight, you hit a barber for a quick refresh, pull a date fit from the closet that matches where you're going, and roll a clean coupe out of the garage. It's an hour before her usual window. Perfect.
You cruise to her place without drama, park like a gentleman, and treat the pickup as the start of the vibe, not a speed run checkpoint. She tells you what she wants, you believe her. If it's food, you pick the nearest spot, not the fanciest menu halfway across the map. If it's a drive, you snake through a grid of streets you know well, avoiding hills and choke points. If it's dancing, you choose a club whose beat matches your thumbs and let the rhythm carry the scoring. You keep the evening tight, no detours to flex a stunt you haven't practiced, and you get her home with that easy smile in the dialogue. The relationship bar moves because you respected the mood. The next day, you can repeat that exact pattern, switch the activity, or do a short check-in date to keep momentum. That's it. That's the loop, and it feels 10 times better than trying to brute force a meal when the game literally told you she wasn't hungry.
San Andreas rewards players who slow their heartbeat just enough to read the world, and dating is the proof. Dress CJ like you meant to show up. Keep one car clean and responsive. Watch the clock, but don't worship it. Let her open with what she wants and deliver that one thing beautifully. Stack 2 or 3 good nights, and suddenly the perks start flowing. Outfits, safety nets, story tools, and you wonder why you ever treated dates like errands. If this watch-through turned the system from mystery to ritual, hit like so I know to do more life sim breakdowns. If you're building your first romantic run right now, drop a comment with your favorite date car and the song you crushed at the club. Bonus points if you took a clean screenshot. I'm APKA, polishing chrome on a coupe that's definitely not stolen, and as always, better every tap.